Welcome back to our last match of the day. It's been a long day. It's go time. IG versus Tongfu. The international 3 group stages will come nearly to an end after today.
How do you like an old man? I'm still going strong.
You're not going strong.
I'm motivated by my Chinese team on the rise and the promise of cake.
I said Orange would go 5-1 today, and they did.
Okay.
I said DK would 2-0 Fnatic, and they did. I did not expect IG to get owned by Tongfu.
Yep.
I also didn't expect Tongfu to put up much of a fight against Alliance, which they kind of did in Game 1. But I think the rumors of Asian Dota needing to disband are a bit premature.
I think they're half right.
It's also the group stages.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, what are you saying? IG is not playing well because this group stage.
Yeah, but this is just YOLO mode from them.
I think IG's not playing well because they're not playing well.
I'm just kidding, of course. Yeah. I haven't been overly impressed, considering that the TI2 champs.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's Game 2 of the series, and Tongfu took Game 1.
Yep, they did. I mean, I think Invictus Gaming's still okay in their standing in the group, although we're getting some word that LGD is, or sorry, Team Liquid is doing quite well against LGD International, so they should be bumping themselves up a couple of wins. So IG really needs to win this game. Like, being a 7 wins versus being a 6 wins really makes a difference in that particular group. It's so close right there.
Yeah, both groups have some pretty interesting races. Group B is the one that has more teams overall in the hunt for the top 4. Group A, it's a little more top and bottom, sort of shaken out at this point, but there's still a bit of a contest for that last spot in particular. So this game now well underway, and the draft will continue. Tongfu, they've gone for a Bat Darkseer, and whenever you do this, it seems like the team that goes for Bat Darkseer ends up losing because they just pick one carry, and that one carry cannot outcarry multiple ones. That's been the case for at least 3 or 4 games on this stream now, but Spectre is the one carry, I think, that can be in that kind of lineup and just make it work.
Yeah, I feel like you basically have to take fights such that the enemy 2 or 3 carries never actually get there, or if they are there, one gets picked off instantly, so they don't really have 2-3 carries. So the numbers games should not favor Tongfu, especially when you have a great defensive support like Shadow Demon. Now with that said, if Darkseer is dealing with some type of heroes that, for example, his wall is really good against, like Anti-Mage, then things are a little bit different. Although, Wall's is not that epic against Gyro or Weaver.
So IG are going to make it interesting now. All right.
Taking a page
there
of
we go.
Lotus Alliance SD Mirana.
Yeah, the SD Mirana combo, I mean, we've seen it before Alliance, but Alliance really made it work today.
Yeah.
And
against IG, I think it was?
No, it works against Tongfu.
Tongfu, yeah.
Worked against Tongfu. Let's give them the business again.
Although they did it against Weaver. They needed something to lock him down and get a kill on them. They don't really have any issues dealing with any of these heroes just yet.
And for now, Tongfu still don't have any carries. There is a Coddle PL in the pool if they want to go for some hard split push. IG have pretty good AoE. They've got pretty good team fight. I'm just thinking what other carries are in the pool. Is there anything that's not a carry that maybe is worth going for here?
I don't think so. I actually like PL quite a bit, like you suggest. PLs actually will dodge this particular SD Mirana combo, because when you doppel walk, you do make an illusion.
Yeah,
and
which blocks the arrow.
That illusion tanks one for you, so maybe that's could be worth the idea, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I guess the other nice thing there is that, well, I guess the one issue there is maybe Shadow Demon disrupts you if it goes late and gets his own illusion.
That's
always the risk against Shadow Demon.
Yeah. I wonder how IG is going to be playing this Mirana. Last time when Alliance had it, Loda was playing it, having their one role going on the offensive lane. Let's see if it's going to be a similar situation.
Now remember, when Alliance does that kind of thing, it's almost always with Bulldog on his lone Druid.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they give Loda a harder carry and send him safe lane. But this is, if they do it for IG, then they're sending a Gyro or a Weaver, which is pretty good. But I don't feel like IG's Gyro or Weaver is nearly as scary as, say, an Alliance lone Druid.
So are you expecting something like a solo mid Mirana?
No, I'm just saying I'm not sure if it'll have the same effect. Because when Alliance creates that space, they're creating space for something that's outrageously strong if it's not challenged early, which is Bulldog's lone Druid.
Okay.
I don't think an IG Gyro or Weaver is necessarily outrageously strong if not challenged early.
Yeah, perhaps they're looking for a semi-carry that gives you a lot of kind of escape mechanism against heroes like Batrider, Darkseer, and Elite built into the Mirana is not bad, so.
I mean, at this point, I see some people in the chat saying support Mirana. We could see support Gyro or Mirana. I mean, either of those heroes can be played as a support. It's kind of weird, but I think considering the pool, this is the way to go. As much as the viewers probably are not excited for it, PL,
Come on.
You need a win. You want to win. This is a good way to take a
The
win.
last Chinese game on the evening, we gotta go out with the 85.
We got to go full Chinese.
Yeah, we gotta go 85 minutes. So.
Bring us our dumplings. Bring us our
Our
what's some Chinese food that you like, Lumi? What's your favorite Chinese food?
I like a lot of stir-fry dishes.
Bring Lumi some stir fry.
Yeah,
Because we'll be here for a while.
And cake.
Yeah.
I want more cake.
As for IG, they ban out Coddle. Tong Fu needs another
10
support. Obvious ban.
seconds remaining.
Smart ban. Naga the reply.
I'm
thinking what- They need another support. Ooh. I think Tong Fu needs some support with kind of good burst damage.
Alright. AoE.
Just
Team
any
fight.
burst damage, like Lina, for example, would be okay.
No, I'm talking about this Tidehunter pick. AoE, team fight, they can contest Tong Fu in the 5v5s.
They definitely can.
And it's a YYF tide, so it's a 3-position tide. It is a support Mirana.
Alright, I'm so excited to discuss SC Mirana as your dual roam. That could be very, very scary.
It's a good dual roaming combo, but look at what you have to roam against. Darkseer, Batrider, and PL. Very hard to kill heroes. Sure, if you get off the disruption, even like they might die anyway, but even getting a disruption off against these guys can be pretty tough.
To me, though, I think the Darkseer is actually naturally fairly good against Darkseer. You force that surge, and then you disrupt him, and he's suddenly in big trouble. But we'll talk about that later. Tong Fu, perhaps on the rise. They defeated IG in their game number 1. Let's see if they could do it for game 2. Shansheng on that support visage. His micro on the birds today has been pretty spectacular so far. Moo's going to be playing your Batrider in a solo mid position, perhaps. Yeah, he's saving for the quick bottle. Banana's going to be on the Jakiro. We have Hao playing the PL. And last but not least, who did we not introduce? King J on that solo mid now? No, he's going up top on Darkseer.
Of course, Tong Fu is 5-6 coming into this game, 6-5 for IG. If they win this, they'll be 7-5. They'll really shore up their chances of finishing top 4. And for IG, your TI2 champions, you've got Faith on the Shadow Demon, YYF, the Tidehunter, Zhou, the Gyro, Chuan, your support Mirana. He'll be on the Cat this game, and then that leaves 430 as your solo mid-weaver, it looks.
Yeah, Mirana on the support has...
By the way, something interesting. I think Weaver has bought something for his team here. He's only got 200 gold. What has he... Did he buy the Courier?
Say what?
The battle begins.
What did 430 buy for his team? Oh, no, he had a magic stick. Okay.
Oh, it was being delivered. Okay.
I was going to say, is this some next level support Weaver? Carry Chuan?
Support pulling.
Damn, I'm disappointed. IG's actually the only team I've ever seen do that, pull their carry. I've told this story quite a few times on stream, but I'm sure there are people who haven't heard it, which is that Zhou actually bought Sentry Wards one time for Faith.
I mean, they probably needed that Sentry very badly for a pull or to go
It was
against
before anything spawned, though.
Oh,
it was
really?
Like
It's
at the base. he did
Okay,
it.
never mind.
Yeah, next level lone druid. Oh well. So our tri-lane, you can talk about that, but it is a Bat versus Weaver mid, and it's a Darkseer versus Gyro top. I think both matchups fairly even.
Let's talk about the Darkseer versus Gyro here. I think Gyro should not die, but he should, basically have a tougher time, especially his creep skipping. Although once he gets up to like level 3 or 4, Zoe should be absolutely fine. Back in the mid lane, I don't think Weaver's gonna die either. Moo's gonna basically out-farm him, but yeah, 430 should be absolutely okay. So on the bot lane, it's just gonna be like it comes down to execution, I think.
So they are tri-laning with Tidehunter here, and I mean, why do you think IG go for Tide in particular? Just a good hero to break high ground? I mean, what's the thought process? He's got pretty good AoE. He's decent against PL illusions in the mid game. Any particular reason you would go for Tide? Because he's not the most common pick.
Yeah, I guess it's just a hero that you could tri-lane a little bit better with. They perhaps were thinking more of the lane and less so of the hero. Like, you could, for example, go Magnus. But if you're going for Magnus, he really needs a level, for example. And he doesn't... Well, looks like they're going to make it go. The arrow's going to hit. The Gush is going to follow through. And that's a ton of burst damage output on Shansheng.
Ice
But
Path on 3.
Faith is taking more, and Faith is going to go down first. And Shansheng finally goes down. But in a tri-lane versus tri-lane trade, whoever gets the first blood gets a huge advantage.
Big advantage there. And that was the 3-hero Ice Path. Without that... Once again, Banana just has a way of delivering on these AoE supports. His Impales always seem to find at least 2 heroes. Now his Ice Path's finding 3. I know Sangshun had a good game, but to me, Banana has stolen my heart.
Yeah, and when you get that Disrupt and the arrow combo like that and you don't get the kill, you really lack the burst damage out of all of it. Of course, Gush on top of it was nice and minus armor was cool, but it just wasn't enough. Chuan making for the rune check, it's a double damage. Look towards IG making yet another go.
Could they make a go mid? Weaver and Mirana, he'd have to hit a blind,
I
not a
mean,
blind arrow, but an unsupported arrow.
Chuan doesn't know that, but there's a war here, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Just shoot a blind one.
Yeah, let's do it. You seen Bat Rider now? Arrow's gonna fly! Oh, Moo! There was a second where that looked like it was gonna be on the mark.
Okay.
If that actually hit, well, they'd seen him go, and now they're going to YYF. But it is a tide. 7 stick charges up. Now they'll disrupt the PL, the one who would have chased, and they'll retreat out.
There are 7 1 charges that if he needs to pop it for a little bit of mana, he would. And here comes Mirana. If they get the disruption, still cooling down for a couple more seconds. They really need level 2 here on Faith. Like, Soul Catcher adds so much more damage in this particular engagement. But YYF is farming away here.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're not getting kills with this Disruption Mirana combo on your 2 supports, it's very underwhelming as a support combo. Mirana doesn't offer you much without farm.
Yep.
Her nuke doesn't have good range, so it's not really good counter push. She's got this mobility, but no team fight lockdown, just an arrow, which isn't a reliable stun. It's a combo that you run to get kills, and it's like if you run an OD mid and he loses mid. If you run this combo and you're not winning the tri-lane, you're not getting kills, it's an unsuccessful tri-lane.
Yeah. I do want to point out that PL has actually gone stats here at level 2. The more important thing is that he doesn't have Doppelwalk. And it's not like Doppelwalk will get you away here from a lot of these combos, because there is a Centurion on Faith. It's more of creating that illusion to block the arrow, and well, he doesn't have the option to do so right now.
Mid lane, there's a dive from 430, but he already threw out the swarm, so he won't fully commit. And the one lane we haven't really talked about is going okay for Zhou, 20 and 3 in fact, to the 12 and 2 in King J. He's just outlaning him pretty hard.
King J's coming right there with the Iron Shot, but the burst damage is doing way more, and that could be your second kill. So, playing well.
Nice solo kill from him. And I think it is Gyro just being very hard for Darkseer to lane against. If you creep skip early, I think that's actually the better play, because Gyro can't really chase you. It's not like a Quap or a Weaver that can just hunt you at the neutrals, but Arrow's gonna fly. It's a blind one, unsupported. Now a Gush on Banana. Ice Pet this.
Yeah, 430.
Not gonna happen.
430 was just checking for a rune on the bot, and he's like, yeah, I'm halfway here. Let's make it go.
He wasn't even needed.
Yeah. He got the EXP. He got the Cisco bonus, so that's not too bad.
That's very true.
Yeah. So YYF now hitting level 4. I mean, oftentimes we talk about Wisp hitting level 6 and certain key heroes hitting level 6, like a Storm Spirit from last game. 500 hitting level 6, kind of a big deal.
Of course, even though they're finding these kills, then the score is 3-1. Moo is having a good time mid. He's already got 28 CS. Boots are online. The bottle's coming as well. And the Magic Wand too. So now he goes into Blink Dagger, and if he farms well, he could have it by like 11, 12 minutes. And once he gets a Blink, even if they're losing this tri-lane pretty hard, which right now they are, the Blink can completely turn things around.
Yeah, at the same time, you're dealing with supports that have pretty good defensive spells, like Shadow Demon Self-Disrupt, or use it whoever on he wants to, and Mirana actually being able to leap away. These are hard people to catch off. We do have Arrow flying in on the long lane. It's, well, it's going to hit that range creep.
Again, they still have vision of his rotation, so Chuan walking right down the river, has been spotted out. Now he's going to put up an Observer Ward. He might stick around. Sure, you know that Mirana was in the neighborhood, but you want to CS as a mid. It's just your natural instinct. And
I mean, you don't know where that arrow's flying in. That's the hard thing to deal with.
no,
right?
actually they do, because they've got an Observer right here.
Damn, they have an Observer everywhere.
It's a big investment, though, just to stop a Mirana. And in some sense, you could say it's almost like running a bounty hunter. It's just worth it, because their supports have to buy a lot of wards.
I mean, it's just on a support role. Speaking of bounty hunter, let's not forget that Mirana has a very impactful level 6 ultimate. We don't see it too much.
Another arrow. He could do.
Ooh,
That was
man,
close.
it's just so close.
What's
At this point, he's just closing his eyes. He's like, you know what? If you hit me, because I just don't like. One came from here, one came from here, and the other one coming from behind. Like, there's just no way you have to predict against this.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of just maneuvering around him. Now Moo and 430 do get out. 430 gets pulled up on the high ground, but I don't really see that point because he's got time lapse. So now he'll try to kite Moo. He's got vision of this. Still chasing, but support has arrived. 430. He doesn't have time lapse anymore. He's got to be a bit careful. He'll magic stick up. Now continues to run. Moo pursuing. 430 heading south. He pops the illusion rune. He's got the swarm in 17 seconds. He's got Sakuchi now. They don't have a whole lot of stuns. In fact, he could probably go back in on this.
I think.
In fact, he definitely could. But.
Yeah, he could actually perhaps kill Shansheng right now. I mean, there's only.
He'll play it safe.
Yeah, he backs off. But you know, if your YYF on the bot lane says,
Kawa, apparently we're having some lag here. I'm not sure if that's us or if it's Twitch, but might want to come take a look.
Arcane Boot Gold is up on YYF. He's actually not going for it. Is he just straight up rushing Blink Dagger? I don't think you really need to force those fights then.
I think Kawa has left us. All right, Luma, you control the camera. I'm gonna take a look at the stream real quick.
Well, this is so next level production value.
Everyone's complaining about the stream lagging.
Don't blame me.
That
I
Lumi-
just looked over.
That Lumi camera control.
I just looked over.
Guys, it might be a Twitch regional issue because we're watching the stream at our house and it's fine here. So not 100% sure, but we'll see if we can talk to them and get it sorted out. Do apologize for any issues. Seems like it's not on our end. It's not on our ends, guys. So just let Twitch know about the problem. Nothing we can do. Do apologize, though.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised the fact that YYF is going for straight Ravage Blink, because if you're going for a Blink Dagger, you really need, or press for mana. Blink is 75, Ravage is 150, I believe, and then since you're going for a Gush max build, you want to Gush as well, and that's another 120. He just doesn't have that kind of mana pool to use.
With the 10 stick charges, he does.
Right, well, you never have, or you don't always have that 10 stick charge. So.
Right. But for now, he does. So that first Ravage, he'll have it, then he'll have his Arcanes.
Yeah,
There
I
you
guess.
go. Next level Dota from YYF.
Ravage for 4 kills and instantly.
That's your Arcane.
Yeah. Oh, another arrow. Mid lane, Shanshung's like, yeah, whoa.
You know, if you're up against Mirana, you just have to change the way you play with your wards, and that's what they're doing. Honestly, it is 4-1. I mean, IG's doing pretty well, leading by 2.5k gold, 2k experience, but Tung Fu's lineup is kind of designed to, not designed to lose early, but completely able to lose early and still win.
Yeah, Hal's actually being left alone on the bot lane now. YYF even making that rotation mid. I'm not too sure what that's about, but
I'm always very hesitant when I see teams do this. Like, we cast a game earlier today where a team was winning the tri-lane, then abandoned it, and the game just fell apart for them.
I think for a team like IG, it's more okay for them to do it because they're more built towards winning the mid to early. Like, if you have a TIE Hunter as one of your cores, like, he doesn't go past the 25, right? He doesn't go past 30.
3 hero smoke. There's an observer as well. Or sorry, just the sentry. There was an observer, but now they're trying to find Moo. He's close to his
my
blink.
goodness. This
Another 3 hero ice patch.
but here comes the Mirana. Can he land an arrow? That's the big question right now.
How as well as Chuan duking it out a bit in the jungle. 430 diving.
Arrow. Oh, that's going to hit.
Body block from 430. Hao had nowhere to run, and now he's caught by a DD. That's teamwork. That is serious
They're
teamwork.
not done just yet. Are they going to dive banana under the tower? He does. No.
That's some big teamwork, man.
Yeah. I mean, in this Zero being caught out like that, a little bit
430 and Chuan, best friends. Who knew a bug and a cat could get along this well?
Is this even a cat? This is like a...
And he actually did have Doppelwalk. Was it cooling down there?
No, he already used the doppel.
Oh, okay. It was already off.
Yeah.
It was already on cooldown.
But Arcane Boots finally up. He was up to Blink if he had it, but he's like, oh, let's go back for the Arcane. Not sure why.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's thinking if I can find a big fight with it, I'll just go and casually buy it. But
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're going to see a gank attempt up top. Moo does not have the Blink Dagger, but he doesn't need it. He's got Haste. He's got Surge. He's got Iron Shout.
And Joe, he's been on an island all game. Not any longer.
Yeah, but he's going to get found, and, well, he's not going to see creep for a while.
Yeah, he drops a call down. He does get pushed almost out of the nukes, but it doesn't matter.
Meanwhile, back on the bot here, you see how perhaps in a little bit of trouble. The support
There's
team
Ravage. Oh, you cannot TP defend a tower. Oh, no. There's Ravage here. They really think they can do this. It only hits 2, actually. Maybe they can. Hal's still alive. Normally, that's a bad idea, but it seems like it could work out. Moo's still fighting. On the run is the Weaver, hunting Hao under the tree line. Can't quite kill him off. Forced the time-lapse out. So they blow Ravage, and they get nothing.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they were forced to use that Ravage because Face was dropping so quickly to that PL Phantom Lance. And now 430 is still hanging around to make some play. 430, by the way, has gone a Weaver Urn. I really like Urn from Weaver. It's just like really cool to dive in for those kills and just use those Urn charges for the extra damage. Arrow. Man, these arrows are so close, but they're just not hitting.
430 hunting familiars. Will they be stunning in time? Just one. He does clip him, but should be able to escape out. Yeah, I like the Urn a lot, but you have to be getting kills to make it work. And since he's gotten the Urn, I don't think they've gotten a kill with him involved.
I mean, in theory, when you drop a Ravage onto 2, you should actually kill them, but the burst damage is actually not there.
And this is where that stats build that you mentioned on Hao is making a difference here. He's got
Yeah.
that extra HP. He's got power treads as well. Normally, a PL at this point in the game, if he goes like Tranquils and straight into his Diffusal or his Radiance, is pretty vulnerable. But with stats and power treads, very hard to kill.
I mean, at the same time, this is also running things like support Mirana, support Shadow Demon. They're not exactly your, Leshrac or Sand burst damage nukers.
Yeah, Mirana has amazing burst, but it's, I would say, like 70 to 80% from Starstorm. And only if you get a double proc.
It's only the level 2 right now, so.
Yeah, and it's level 2. Very underwhelming.
Yeah, well, The first Ravage, kind of a miss. Not too bad, though. I mean, Tidehunter's still a very effective hero. You could pressure towers quite a bit. It looks like they're going to TP down the Zoe this time here. Don't want to be isolated alone, because if he's alone, they probably just gank him for a free kill anyway. So might as well push with the team.
You know, the biggest reason that Ravage not accomplish anything is a problem is because the next time that IG fights, there's a mech and there's a blink on bat.
Oh.
So what was a fight that, if they couldn't win that fight without those items in play, now they have to deal with them, and I don't know if they can do it.
I mean, for a mech, you could in theory say, you know what, I Ravage, let's kill the Darkseer before he pops his mech, but there's really nothing you can do with that bat. And speaking of bat, there's a blink dagger, even
And a
a smoke.
smoke.
Yeah, he's looking for some blood.
Yeah, Mu, your solo mid-bat. 13 minutes in, 2-5. He's still got his blink. The Darkseer that died earlier for King J, still farming well, 53 CS, and this is just what Darkseer does. The mech coming 300 gold. It's inevitable. You can't stop it.
Nice D-ward here from IG, though. Faith?
Dire's
Does this not
tower
see it?
is under attack.
I see it.
Now you can click on them now
Oh,
to see.
thanks,
But they don't
Rob.
have the vision.
I mean, he just Shadow Poison right here.
Well, maybe he didn't feel safe there, because he shouldn't feel safe there. Their whole team was there.
Okay.
So, he does back off.
Oh, now they...
Plus-
Didn't somebody request this on Reddit?
What, this century?
Or just make the fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
you could click on it and see the vision? That's
Valve
pretty
reads,
nice. Yeah.
Valve reads Reddit.
Dire's top
Cool.
tower is under attack.
Reddit says some interesting stuff, man. It's an interesting place.
It is an interesting place.
Very interesting. So IG, they'll Sakuchi into the pit with 430, and they'll maybe work on Roche here. No, just the Vitality booster. Roche would take them a long time if they try to do it. But I think if you're IG, you really do want to fight now, because, I mean, that PL that you tri-lane against has 59 CS. He's starting to farm quite a bit. And your Gyro's rushed to BKB. You've run a Tidehunter in your aggressive trying, not a carry by any means. And you've gone for the early earn on 430. Now a Vitality booster. These are all combat items. They need to fight.
I mean,
Dire's
they have
top
the
tower is
Tidehunter.
under
They have the
attack.
Ravage now, so that's the reason why they pick an early game core that could give you some AoE power, give you some big push, and they're de-warding towards the tier 2. They want to
Dire's
set
top
something up.
tower is under
439 position just yet. He's very tanked. He can make that tower dive as well. Here we go.
They'll start to group up. IG preparing for a 5-man dive, but Tongfu are equally ready. Smoked and prepared to go. IG,
They're backing off. Are they going to Roche?
they took a look off the cliff
Yeah,
and thought better of it.
they're arrogant. Oh my god, Chuan. Chuan just missed the arrow on the Roche, if you saw that.
I heard the arrow. I thought he was shooting it back into the fight. So I didn't have my camera on him.
No, he wanted to shoot it at the Roshan to break the Lincoln so Ty could gush it for the minus armor. But he missed.
I don't think Lincoln blocks it, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Are
It
you,
does.
are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, he hits this one.
What a player.
And Roche is dropping pretty low. It's hard for Tongfu to contest this, even with mech, but it seems like IG just decided they don't want the rush.
I think IG's kind of playing their advantages away. They are leading by a couple kills. Go is slowly dipping down. They're not like you have a BKB Gyro, you have a Tidehunter versus like nothing. I mean, sure, there's a mech. That's I guess something, but comparatively, you have way more Team 5 capability. And IG's like, let's go in the jungle. Let's roach for half a second. Let's go back out. Just stick to one thing, IG, please.
Now they're going back in. The Familiar's over the top. They do get a stun on Chuan as well as Faith, but still Roche dropping lower and lower. Boy, that medallion instead of an urn would really be nice now. But they don't have it, and now Moose coming in. Roche dropping low. Tongfu want to contest this. There's your flame break, 430. Almost dead. Not going to time lapse to heal up. He'll just back off. Now they've left Roche in a precarious position. There's a PL illusion scouting this out. Firefly will soon end, but I think IG are going to be forced to stop.
I mean, right now PL's actually doing nothing. Like normally a Western PL right now would be split pushing.
Well,
would be farming in
normally you'd
jungle.
have a Kodal on his side.
That's true too. Doesn't have it this time. There you go.
top tower
He actually,
is under attack.
IG's okay doing nothing if Tongfu also does nothing. But
He is missing out on CS, though. Like, top lane's at the tower, and he's just missed probably 2 waves.
right, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here for Tongfu and
IG, now they use a Mirana ult, and they're fishing for a fight. This one, it's not smoke, it won't be dispelled, and in they come. Tongfu, ice path there, it's on 3. Now the wall covering the path of retreat. They pull in 1, but disrupted from the high ground to the low
Ravage?
ground. Ravage to fly, clips 2, and as well as an illusion, now they're chasing. Hunting Moo, it actually caught 3. How was there, just couldn't see him. On the move is Chuan. He's found the bat. No, not dead yet. One more swipe will bring him down. 3 fall. And now
Dire's
Roche should be
bottom
next.
tower is
And
under attack.
sorry, I thought a courier died, but not a courier.
Not a courier. I mean, the TIE Hunter slowly lumbering. I gotta say, I don't know how Banana's farming 3-man Ice Pav every time. It's impressive, though. Back in the mid lane, the 430's going in against How. There goes the Urn, a couple more right click, and the Sakuchi for the kill.
Yeah, Sakuchi does not
Yowzer.
hit invisible units, but he was seeing.
Yeah, and the Urn doing some work, too.
Now they'll go into Roche. Can they get it in time?
Yeah, they'll
this
get
is
it.
a very slow Roche. But yeah, I think they should have just enough.
I mean, I think these Spurs are trying their best to basically to deny.
Maybe they can deny the Aegis. Look for the familiar stuns. They'll have to kill them off. There's still a one alive. Coming in. No,
That looked
not
close.
enough.
Yeah, they were close.
That was close, though. Just need that one right click.
Faith and Ferrari dropping pretty low, but, you know. Oh, there's a nice haste room being picked up. Moo's got his blank. He hasn't really found... Who did he last on that team fight? I think it was a Moran. No, Moran fired an arrow into
Whoever he lassoed got
disrupted, yeah.
I forget who it was, but I mean that would look like a great team fight for IG, right? You drop the wall here, you ice path 3, and then you drag them back through the wall. So if IG chases, they chase into wall, into ice path, and into macro pyre, but they still won that fight because they all gone for these early to mid game items. If they went for farming items, there's an HO. If there's a helm of the Dominator on the gyro, if there was not a vitality booster on 430, I think they just flat out lose that fight. But with those early items, they actually take it.
Yeah, losing that fight would be huge because it would be Tongfu stealing Aegis, but now IG doing okay. Faith is actually hanging out with like 50 HP. I guess he's walking back and then teleporting before dropping an Arcane. Banana. You see leap forward here, arrow. This one's not going to hit either. Because, well, there is an Observer Ward here, seeing everything.
It's all about the arrows you hit, though, Lumi. It's not about the ones you miss.
He missed it on the Roshan, too.
Structures
Like, what has he hit?
fortified.
It's okay. That one was just lulling Tongfu into a false sense of security.
That and, like,
Mind games.
the previous 40. So much security right now.
Come on, you've never done that?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, I never missed an arrow in my life. I always hit mine.
You're just so harsh today.
I mean, my Chinese teams. Can my China reban?
DK rebanded. I mean, I'm saying, I think anyone who thinks these Chinese teams are done are underestimating them a little bit.
Okay.
I do think overall the Western teams will do better than last year, but there are some Chinese teams that could easily still finish top 3.
I mean,
or even take it.
This year, top 3: Allianz, Na'Vi, Rattlesnake. Like
Rattlesnake?
Rattlesnake.
Did you really just try to casually slip that in? That ain't gonna fly.
All right. Okay.
Nice try though, Lemmy.
IG holding on to fort, and here comes Moo. He's looking for a blink. The Ravage as a counter initiative just against
Really?
one. Moo sucker on that, but he's still alive. What?
Oh my god, they just blew a Ravage. They didn't even kill the Bat Rider. He didn't even bother to lasso.
Over commitment much?
I mean, I guess YYF figured like their whole team's coming.
What?
We've even had a BKB. Even if they did lasso him back in, as long as he just popped it.
There was many question marks drawn on the map today, but that's okay.
It's their last game of the day for both of these teams. I'm sure it hasn't been the best day because they're not winning as much as they thought they would. IG in
Especially for Tongfu. as well.
Tongfu, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's IG making, I mean, the more costly mistakes here. Because now that Ravage is down, that means that Hal gets to farm. And oh, there you go. In fact, they're going to lasso. They'll catch out Faith, the one who can turn it around. Arrow's going to fly, but they've already killed off Faith. Banana in the river.
Banana?
They just won't die here, not with the mech. KJ keeping him in fighting shape. Ravage has been used unsuccessfully in 2 key engagements this game. That one and then the one bottom earlier,
The
Ravage
first one.
on 2.
Yeah.
And the fact that those Ravages failed, when you run a Tide, like in a farming role with this kind of a lineup, you have to make those count. Here we go, though. There's your call down. There's your Macro Pyre as well. The tower killed off by PL, and imagine if they had Ravage there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Tongfu would have went up the hill like that if there was Ravage.
Yeah,
so.
but that's the thing, is because it's not, they just take the tower and
Yep.
they run away.
I wonder what Weaver's actually going for right now, item-wise. He's got 2.1k gold. He really needs to start picking up some of these items. The problem with your Ravage not doing much is also because during the duration in which we're their son, you're not really right-clicking hard enough.
So if you're Tongfu right now, it's pretty obvious what you want to do. Farm Hao, find some pickoffs with the Bat Rider lasso. I think IG are clearly the ones who have, they're the ones on the clock. So what is their game plan?
Take smarter fights, you know. Just go headstrong into them. I maybe just get that Blink TIE Hunter because right now they're feeling very timid the way that they're using a Ravage. They also don't have enough damage on the cores. Zoe, Yasha, or crits up something. Weaver definitely get